First thing I'll take a look at is this flip. I'm holding down the K key and um, um, just left mouse dragging here. So we can see there's a pretty good looking flip going here, although sort of his forward momentum seems to slow down, but we can look at that separately. But that part of the flip looks good, and then suddenly he flips all the way backwards. So I'm going to right mouse click here, go to two panes side by side, and get the graph editor over here, and make sure I have his root control. And let's just look at the rotates, and I'm going to zoom in here. And it appears to be everything's happening on the X rotate, so let's just look at the X rotate, and whoops. I'm just going to select this area and hit F so we can zoom in. So to me, just looking at the graph, it's pretty obvious what happens. He rotates, he rotates, he rotates forward, and then very quickly rotates back. So I'm just going to take all these guys and just move them up here. So I'm going to hit W for move mode, shift middle mouse drag, and drag those up there so that he stays at the same rotation after he finishes his thing. So K left mouse drag, so now he does his flip and then stays straight. I think you could work on this arc of movement a little bit for the whole jump. Let's look at our translates, and so what is this, the X direction? Okay, so let's concentrate on this X curve for translate first, and maybe this part of it. Okay, so I think that the acceleration it shouldn't be so influenced by the flip. Like if he, oh, there's a snap. That's that snapping thing. We'll take a look at that next. Um, so yeah, so see how it slows down almost to a stop in the middle. He should keep moving forward. So I'm just going to try deleting out all of these, and I think that this tangent should be kind of pretty fast, and then maybe he slows down a little bit at the end. So let's take a look at that at full speed here. Okay, there's still some other stuff going on. Okay, I think we need to look at the Y and Z curves now. Now this one should be, oops, this one should be opposite. This one should accelerate as he gets towards the ground. He should speed up towards the end because the gravity keeps pulling him faster. But yeah, and I guess what's weird is that sort of bumpiness in the middle. So again, he goes up. Where's our, oh, it's all this here, right? Let me just zoom out a little bit. Okay, yeah, it's a bit more than I've been looking at, right? Yeah, and then let's just simplify this to help us play with the curve and the speed and stuff. Because so we need him to hit this highest, start here, hit the highest point, and then. I mean, really, to me, oh, okay, this is all the stuff after the bounce. So, what did I change before? I shouldn't have actually messed with that thing. Okay, I was looking at the wrong part of the curve. So, again, up, down. Okay, so let's just, get rid of all these. And it should go kind of, it's like it's the bouncing ball all over again, really, is what it is. Um, let's break this. And it goes fast, slow, and then kind of fast at the end. I'll break that one too. Something like that. Okay, I think it needs some work still, but can you see how that's a little bit better already? I think that might need to kind of scale some all of this stuff so it moves over a bit. There's something about the way he moves down. Let's just do one last thing now. Let's look at the Z. No, I don't know what it is. No, because it's just his X. Just double check that. Yeah, I'm not sure, no. Okay. I think you could play with the timing that more, but let's just move on to your other problem. I think it's a little improved from what it was. I'm using Alt and period. Okay, so you've got it on FK during the flip, and I can understand that's going to make it easier, so I can see why you did that. So let's try to fix that snapping problem. You seem like you're not having a problem there, but it is having a problem right here. Okay, actually this is going to be easy to fix. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab these guys, and the problem is while you're transitioning from FK to IK, the feet are flying in. So we just need to get rid of some keyframes before this, and then keyframes so they're already in that position. So I should really be hiding some of this set here. Do you have a layer for all that? Anger? Okay, just to get some of that out of the way. So it's like FK this whole time, so let's just go to where we're sure there's no IK keyframes needed up until this 414 is where they're in place. So everything before 414 and after 377. Okay. I think all those, right mouse click delete, and then let's get to this guy, and I've got those two things selected, and then I'll middle mouse click really anywhere before that while it's still in FK mode, and just keyframe it so they're already there, like they don't have to fly across the room to get there while you're transitioning from FK to IK. So let's see if that got rid of that popping thing. Okay, I would say that better because they're not doing that totally weird popping thing, but I just think you need to be in IK mode a little bit earlier. So we've got a lot of keyframes on these, which is probably because you keyframe your whole poses every time, which is what I told you to do, so that's okay, but you can get rid of a lot of these. So what I would say is that you probably want it to be fully in IK mode by this frame 411. So let's make both of those 10 at that frame, and let's kind of zoom in on the timeline a bit and get rid of this one. And okay, yeah, that's better now. So they're transitioning, over a few frames. Oh, not very many. Here it's at 0. Oh yeah, so it's just transitioning over these few frames. So you might want to, just so it blends a little bit better, we could. I mean, the other thing you can do is you don't have to blend at all. You can just go from one all the way to the other, which is frankly, I think that's what I would do in this case. So I'm just going to go all the way to 0 on the frame right before that, and then I can control these on frame 410. I can control these completely with FK. I can pose them. Whoops. Let's turn off surfaces for the pick mask. Maybe I want to, have those up a little bit and these down, something like that. Still, so it is a bit of a pop. So yeah, you can either like animate it so it's close to that, or you could position these things so it's closer, or you can use the blend so it's closer. I tend to feel like I have more control if I'm using these controls rather than using the blend to do it for me. But it can be tricky either way. Should see if that's, yeah, that's looking better. Okay, so let's see if there's any other part where we have that same problem. We can demonstrate it again. You can see here your feet, by the way, have fallen behind your body, and I don't tend to like that because you get that sort of stretched leg thing, and you're not really controlling the shape of his legs. It's kind of overextended. The other thing you might want to play with that could especially look cool for sort of a rabbit character is stretch. Where is stretch? Is that on this thing? Yeah, stretchy. So, like, I'm just having fun with this now, but like if we keep these, I'm going to keep these guys on the ground for a little bit longer, just for fun. I'm playing with this now. I'll middle mouse click here and hit S. So, wait, why are those listed? Oh, they shouldn't be going up yet. Let me just make sure that FKIK thing isn't. Oh, it's at 10. Oh, they are still on the ground. No, it's sort of. Oh, you did this. You moved this thing again. It's always so confusing when that gets moved. Yeah, that kind of prevents other things from happening. But anyways, the point of the story was that I'm going to just delete any keyframes off of stretchy, and let's say we wanted to just see what it does starting here. So I can key it, and then like up to like here I can like turn on stretchy all the way, so they like, it can look kind of cool. Like when you play it back full speed, it can look kind of cool sometimes. Probably needs to. And then what I would do is then have those feet, catch up. So then you get this nice. It's subtle, but it can look kind of cool. Maybe have them catch up sooner. Oh yeah, maybe I'll. Oh, so I need to. Let's have stretchy go back to 0 now. Why are those feet not matching where these? Oh, did you move these separately too? Yeah, don't move those. I think that's. Yeah, so you're moving both of these at the same time, and that really kind of confuses things. That appears to be what's going on here. So yeah, Anyways, you're gonna want to get these circles and move these back down. Um, and then these back up. Jeez. Yeah, I think there's some sort of conflict between the two things because those should be right on there. Shouldn't have to move those different from 0. I don't know what the deal is. Something looks like it got messed up there. But anyways, the point is, stretchy can be a fun thing to play with, used in moderation. Let's see if there's any other of those sort of. Let's just kind of look through the whole thing again. Or I guess the way to help me figure it out is if I look at the FKIK and just look at the points where it changes. Okay, so there's another pop for you, which I guess is another FKIK switch deal. Well, it switches back to the IK. So the other, I guess yeah, it is kind of a pop. The other option here is so it's the FKIK blend, and let's just look at this part of it. Okay, the other option here is to just have that happen a little bit more gradually, right? So it's leaving the. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames where it transitions. So the way I did it on the foot is I made it just transition over one frame, but then I animated the FK to match closely the IK. The other way is to, let me just delete out a bunch of these keyframes, we don't need those, is to just just have this transition happen more gradually, and then let the sort of, well, maybe it should be done by, I guess you wanted it done before he left the wall. But yeah, that's already better. That seems to snap a little bit less to me. It seems like a decent movement. So yeah, in one case you're matching the position of the FK and the IK, and the other you're using that transition, and if it's popping, you might want to make it longer. So hopefully that gives you some idea on how to deal with your FK IK switching. There's two different approaches there. Okay, hope this helped.